Hi guys, my name is Lucky Wakwe, the king of DeFi and NFT, of course. All right, so this is another beautiful um, recording for us today where we'll be talking about the state of DeFi. It's like I cover a lot of information around decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, or anything around that has to do with emerging technologies per se, AI, blockchain, and all those kind of stuff. But today's news is quite an interesting one. I did a short video earlier just to give a summary of all what I'm meant to cover today. So I'll be covering three things, and I'll be doing that very quickly. But this is a much more comprehensive video compared to the rest. So the first story for me for tonight is around the DeFi. All right. So while it's around DeFi, there was this hack that took place 2 days ago. About a project called Market Finance. So Market Finance happened to be a DeFi project that which a lot of persons wanted to take advantage of by staking their money into the DeFi project and taking advantage of what the project has to offer. But for some reason, barely 24 hours after the project was launched, they got hacked to a tune of $31 million. Like, that's huge. Okay. So people started crying within the blockchain community. People started speaking out on Twitter, and they call Binance that they should try and talk to them, help out, and all those stuff. And the reason why they were calling Binance actually is because Market Finance, being a DeFi project, is built on the Binance blockchain, which we'll call the Binance Smart Chain, BSC for short. All right. So people believe that Binance, probably because they own the project, because they own the blockchain, and they have what they call validators. Validators are just simply people who have the ability to confirm any transaction that takes place on the blockchain. So they have some sort of 21 validators for the Binance Smart Chain or the Binance blockchain. And people believe that they could probably still do something to that regards. But however, to cut the long story short, the creators of market finance say that the community should stop whaling and all those kind of stuff, that they did not scam or exit the project, that they are still here. However, they actually call an external hacker to hack their project and see if they can be able to see what's any some sort of vulnerability or exploits in the code. Which, in my viewpoint, if the story happens to be what it is, which I'm believing is what it is because that's the official information that's out there, I'm believing that if that's the case, then it's a good thing. Hey, call some external people, hack the hell out of my code, and let me see if it's hackable. And that way I can be able to ensure that the project is safe enough for the public to use. But that's what they say happened. And now all the people who are crying that they've lost their $31 million, imagine somebody losing over $50,000 in BNB, which was part of the token that was acceptable for staking in the project. So if you know you lost money in market finance, there's good news, and the good news is that the project's owners or the project developers have come out within the community to to post something in their Telegram handle to say that funds will be refunded back to everybody. That actually they were the one that called external hacker to hack their project for them to see if there are possible exploits. So that's what is happening. So bottom line is DeFi sometimes come with risk, and one of those risks is some of this hack news we keep hearing every now and then. But hey, it's part of what makes the industry grow, because without it, we probably will not become better from the perspective of building an innovative product. So that's has been for me the news around the hack and the refund. So if your fund is there, be sure that you get your money back. And the next piece of information which you love or quite like about it is that your tweet can sell for $1 million. Like, I know you won't believe this, right? Your tweet can sell for $1 million. I'm pretty sure. Hey, I'm still here. I've gone nowhere, right? I've gone nowhere. I'm still here. All right. So your tweet can sell for $1 million, but if you're not Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter, probably nobody would want to offer you $1 million for just your tweet. So imagine where for all the digital content, all the posts you've been making on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, somebody's willing to buy those posts. It makes no sense, right? From the perspective of a common person. But here is it. This is how it probably makes some sense to a person who's buying it. So when the value of a tweet the value of a digital post can be converted into what we call non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens are just simply um, representing digital collectible of a physical thing, or in this case, it could be digital thing as well, in a manner that only that um, item can be available. For example, imagine you have a piece of artwork, All right, that piece of artwork, you want to represent it in digital form. So you could replicate that same piece of artwork in a digital form, and only that copy will be available, and you will not want to duplicate a copy. Here, I know some of you will be like, just photocopy it or post the same picture, but you can't claim ownership to an original content that has some sort of clear record on the blockchain from the perspective of the real owner. So in this case, what is happening right now is that people are now utilizing the same concept of blockchain and non-fungible token for their Twitter posts. So imagine you posting something as valuable as the first tweet in space, like you go out of this planet Earth and you are in planet Mars, and you made the first Twitter or the first email from there. So people probably might just cherish it and they'll probably want to own it. But because they are the one who own it, yeah, you can claim ownership to it. But if the real owner wants to sell the content to you so that you become or be seen as the man who made the first tweet in planet Mars, even though you weren't the planet Mars at the time when it was made, by buying over that tweet, you become the original owner of the person who actually tweeted Planet Mars. So imagine you are now known as the first man who sent an email on Planet Mars. So if that situation happens, people can see value for it and they can buy it. So how do they buy it? They utilize blockchain and non-fungible tokens by representing the same original copy of that tweet and assigning it to the new owner. So what happened, or what is making the buzz around this entire story, is that the creator or the founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, made his first Twitter post in 2006 when he said he had set up his Twitter account. And that was the first time Twitter actually came live in 2006. So now, for some reason, there is blockchain billionaire known as Justin Sun, who happens to be the creator of Tron, who happens to be the creator of TRX token, who happens to be the creator of Just. So, and quite a lot of projects he has been able to build, and I respect the kind of work he does. All right. So Justin Sun offered the creator of the founder of Twitter and the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, to buy that his first tweet in 2006 for a tune of $500,000. So imagine I tweet that Nigeria 1 naira is not equal to $1. Like, okay, so it could happen. Like, hey, forget me laughing. Actually, it could happen. So imagine I tweet in 2021 that Nigeria 1 naira will become equal to $1. All right, and barely few years afterwards, let's say in 2022 or by the end of this year, it happens. So everybody will want to be like, wow, who would have seen or predicted that 1 naira will become $1 in 2021? I guess because I'm the only one who tweeted about it sometimes in early part of 2021, people will probably want to value that kind of post. And to that extent, I, as the original person that have tweeted that post in 2021, can choose to sell that actual post. So those of you who are always on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, tweeting and posting something, just realize that that tweet or that post or that Instagram message or that public Snapchat you're doing as a content can become valuable and somebody probably can buy it if it makes sense. So I think one of the things that attract value to a particular content you want to sell, somebody wants to sell, is the individual who's behind the content or who's behind the post and the essence of what the post is. So probably I would look for some valuable things to tweet, like 1 naira being equal to $1. All right. Okay. So the creator um, of Tron happened to offer the Twitter creator $500,000 initially to buy up his tweets. Before we could see Jack Robinson, he offered him an additional $700,000. He offered him $700,000 by upping the bid by $200,000. Later on, he made a final offer of $2 million. So as of today, the value of the first Twitter post that ever happened in 2006 is now worth $2 million. So if I've been tweeting and Facebooking and Instagramming for like 5 years or probably more, and my tweet is not even worth up to $10, probably I need to work on myself. Right? Probably you guys can begin to buy this video. Who knows? Maybe for $1 million. Okay, so right. So that has been a summary of today's news from the perspective. But one thing that got everybody shocking is that the central bank of a country, in this case Nigeria, happened to try out something different. What's that thing that they're trying out different? They're trying to mimic the thing that is common between most DeFi people. What is that thing that is common between DeFi people? The DeFi thing is that the Central Bank of Nigeria is now having shortage of dollars, and to incentivize people from diaspora, they are reaching out to any Nigerian people who want to send money back to the country in Nigeria to utilize the traditional banking system. So, like, this is like a call by the central bank begging people to utilize the traditional banking system in an era where there is blockchain, in an era where there are cheaper remittance means, and in return, when you use the traditional bank to get the dollar back to the country, you get 5 naira extra. So we call it airdrop in crypto, but hey, who would, okay, fine. I think it makes more sense that the central bank is now airdropping money to anybody who wants to send money back home. So if you want extra 5 naira on the every $1 you send back to Nigeria, the central bank needs you. And I will be willing to also support the central bank to send something back home. I am also a Nigerian, and if the central bank actually wants our support, let's find a way to see how we can support them. Do your own research, all right? Do your own research. So this is the official circular that came out from the central bank, encouraging that all deposit money banks, international money transfer operations, IMTOs, as it's called, and the general public of some sort of CBN Naira for dollar scheme. This just reminds me of the early exchange known as Naira for dollar back then when people used it to convert Naira to dollar, right? Naira for dollar scheme for diaspora remittance. So technically, the central bank is saying that if you have dollars outside Nigeria and you want to send it back home, please, 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 please use our traditional banking system. And when you do that, you will get extra 5 naira courtesy of the Central Bank of Nigeria to you for using the traditional banking system. So let's say I sent $10,000 back home from the States or from wherever back to Nigeria. For sending $10,000, I get extra 50,000 naira. That's like $100 extra for sending 1,000 back. More like 10% or something, right? Oh no, 0.1%. 1% actually. Okay, so that's the news, and this is simply Lucky Wakwe, the king of DeFi. And I thank you all for watching. Remember to always give me a thumbs up, follow my channel for more of the updates. Remember, the summary of the entire content today has always been from the hack down to your Twitter being your tweet content being worthwhile for you. And I will probably do some sort of practical in the next video around how this works. So follow my channels and see the update. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye.